I request you all to formally settle down because we shall be starting our closing ceremony shortly. May I request all who wish to be here, find a space, find a chair, and please settle down. And here on the head table right here with me, I have the honorable guests who of course are panelists and speakers in the closing ceremony. We have with us Amina Syed, the Managing Director of Oxford University Press and the co-founder of KLF. We also have with us Mr. Asif Farooqi, who is the founder of Karachi Literature Festival, Mr. George Galloway, and last but definitely not the least, we have with us Mr. Zuhair Ali Sharif, who is the CEO of APR Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing KLF it has been, and from what I can hear, everybody has been saying it's been better than the last year. So each year we become better, bigger, and more inspiring. 3 exhilarating days, they flew by like we had no time to actually recall the wonderful high points and low points. But more importantly, may I now invite the Managing Director of OUP and the co-founder of KLF, the lady who's put it all together and continues to inspire all those around her. Please welcome Amina Syed.
Thank you, Sidra. Actually, it's really the team that has put the festival together. Mr. George Galloway, MP, Mr. Asif Farooqi, co-founder of the Karachi Literature Festival, Dr. Jafar Ahmad of Karachi University, Mr. Zuhair Ali Sharif of APR, Asiatic Public Relations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. We are now coming to the end of the annual literature festival, expanded this year to 3 days with the addition of the Children's Literature Festival. So whoever you are, participant or guest, speaker or listener, delegate or participant, adult or child, or one who never loses the wonderment of a child, let me express my thanks. A big thanks to you for having been a part of the Karachi Literature Festival 2013. I hope that these past 3 days have been as rewarding for you as they have been for all of us. As I moved from room to room, from session to session, it was a brilliant kaleidoscope. There were so many different concepts, thoughts, ideas, so many insights and perceptions, such a variety of perspectives and points of view, so many eloquent personalities, all coming together in different ways, and everything changing continually. The whole event was planned with the objective of bringing intellectual enrichment and enjoyment to the people of Karachi. It was also planned for promoting reading, projecting writers, especially young writers, encouraging the talent for writing, and showing the world that Karachi, indeed Pakistan, is open for business. I think, ladies and gentlemen, with all of you, your presence, I think we have proved that. In this festival, we keep the entrance free and open to all. We want to see people from many walks of life and all ages coming and taking part and being part of this powerful experience. I would like to thank the media for its wonderful interest, and I think they have really done a great job. So thank you. A big thanks to Mr. Dinshaw Awari and the Beach Luxury Hotel Management. I think they have done an absolutely super job. It seems to me that the Beach Luxury Hotel was made for the Karachi Literature Festival. I'd like to thank all our sponsors who have made it possible for us to hold this. The Embassy of the Federal Republic of Germany, Islamabad, the Consulate General of the Federal Republic of Germany, Karachi, the Goethe Institute, the Embassy of France in Islamabad, the Consulate General of France, Karachi, the Alliance Française, Karachi, British Council, the Embassy of Italy, Islamabad, the Consulate of Italy, Karachi, the Consulate General of the Russian Federation, the South Asia Institute, the University of Texas at Austin, Coca-Cola brand and its brand, Minute Maid Pulpy Orange Drink, NIB Bank, Tapal Tea, the Times Press Limited, Dawn Paper Mart, Rehan Mobile Apps and Pakistan Paper, Horizon Graphics, Liberty Books, the official book partner, Mr. Tariq Kaisar of TAC Associates, event designer. Thank you, Tariq, for a wonderful job. QB for providing Wi-Fi, internet across the venue. And last of all, and most importantly, I would like to thank the wonderful KLF team. Rahila Bakai, Shiraz Heather, Samuel Ray, Varda Nisar, Fatma Elias, Zahra Naseem, Sunita Wadia, Muniza Ali, Uwais Ahmad. Actually, they are the ones who have done all the work, and I am just taking the credit for it. So thank you for the wonderful team. You've really done a yeoman job. And above all, I would like to thank all of you for your gracious presence here. It is because of you that we have this energy and the motivation to work. And I would like to thank our distinguished chief guest, Mr. George Galloway, MP, for coming out from London to join us here today. We are really grateful for your gracious presence here today. Thank you, Mr. Galloway, MP. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And it's been wonderful for me, a wonderful experience working with Mr. Asif Farooqi as co-partner and co-founder of this festival. Thank you, Asif, for your wonderful support. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Amina. KLF 2013, 214 thinkers and speakers, hundreds of visitors, and of course, thousands of powerful ideas. We wish you all the best for the coming years as well. May I now request Mr. Asif Farooqi, the co-founder of KLF, to please come and address this gathering.
Distinguished dignitaries, writers and readers, book lovers who are also lovers of life, ladies and gentlemen, Khawatino Hazrat, Assalamu alaikum. Books are, to me, the best markers of time. 200 years ago, a novel was published in London with a title which has, one way or the other, always reminded me as an apt description of Pakistani attitudes. This novel was called Pride and Prejudice. And who can forget its perfect opening sentence? Yet again a sentence which comes back to haunt me today with a slight change of phrase. And the sentence is, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a few good books." Jane Austen had of course said wife, and I do not mean to suggest that books can replace the wonderful description of what a wife should be. But again, books that we read are part of the good fortune that we get in our lives. Books which move the heart, which stir the soul, books like the ones written by people like Nadeem Aslam and Intizar Hussain. For writing and literature in Pakistan, the situation is not so much like Jane Austen, but it seems to me more Dickensian than anything. These are the best of times, and these are also the worst of times. Worst because we are confronted with diminishing readership, difficulties in publishing, disappearing libraries, anything and everything you can name. At the same time, there are newer writers emerging, new books to discover, and books to look forward to, especially some of the names you may have come across here in the festival for the first time. 3 days ago, this festival was opened here, an opening marked by a standing ovation to Intizar Hussain, whom we heard described by Nadeem Aslam as the greatest living author on this planet. And this was of course followed by a cloudburst. With a perfect sense of timing, even though not pre-planned by the wonderful management of this Hotel by the Sea. Ladies and gentlemen, your enthusiasm and support which you have conveyed to us through your participation also gives a very encouraging message to us. The Karachi Literature Festival must go on. We thank you for this year and look forward to the next year. I would have liked to congratulate you, the participant and the organizers, for the successful festival, but I am also immensely saddened by the events of Quetta yesterday and the loss of so many innocent lives. As a writer, as a reader, I feel that I must condemn such acts of barbarity. I am at a loss of words, and the only solace I can find is in the chiseled and civilized words of Faiz. आज मेरा दिल फिक्र में है, ए रोशनियों के शहर, शबखों से मुंह फेर न जाए अरमानों की रो, खैर हो तेरी लैलाओं की इन सब से कह दो, आज की शब जब दिए जलाएं ऊंची रखें लो, keep the flame alive.
Thank you, Asif Saab, for those inspiring words by Faiz. May I now take this opportunity to invite Mr. Zuhair Ali Sharif, the CEO of APR, Asiatic Public Relations, to please say a few words at this occasion.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening. I'm actually here speaking on behalf of Mr. Rizwan Khan of Coca-Cola Pakistan, the general manager, who unfortunately could not make it at the last minute. So I'm just going to say a few words and move on to the award ceremony later on. So what a wonderful event this has been, really. And I would say kudos to Amina Sayyed and Asif Farooqi for bringing a little sanity into our lives in the troubled times our country seems to be passing through continuously. Coca-Cola, for your information, has been supporting literature festivals throughout the world for many years. To name just a few examples, Coca-Cola's support has gone out to events like the Filipino-American Book Festival, the Lagos Book and Art Festival, the Library of Congress National Book Festival, and also to the recently concluded Jaipur Literature Festival. And later this year, the company will be supporting the Miami Book Fair and the Savannah Book Festival. And so it was quite natural for Coca-Cola, and I would say an honor, to be a sponsor at this year the Karachi Literature Festival. And on behalf of Coca-Cola, I would like to thank the organizers for giving us this opportunity. A little later tonight, everyone will get to know who the winner is of the Karachi Literature Festival Coca-Cola Award for the best non-fiction work by a Pakistani author in 2012. Thus, support to literature is now added to the support Coca-Cola Pakistan has been giving for many years to education, to the environment, to women empowerment, and to arts and culture. Who hasn't heard of Coke Studio, for example? Our key message today to all present is whatever you do in your personal and in your professional lives, you just need to live positively. As we know, it takes a lot of people to make an event like this happen. The untiring effort of the entire OUP team and the scores of volunteers who put this all together needs to be deeply appreciated. From our point of view, they have practically shown what live positively means. In the inaugural session on day one, for those of you who are here, you will recall that the French ambassador announced the award of the Order of Arts and Letters to Amina Sayyed, which I believe is the equivalent of a knighthood. But perhaps not everybody present here knows that Amina was already awarded the Order of the British Empire, or the OBE, many years ago. The first, and I believe still the only Pakistani woman to have received this honor. What, however, is very dismaying is that this lady, with British and French awards to her credit, has not yet been bestowed with a single award by our own country. Can someone here, perhaps the media, ask the government why this is so? But in the meantime, there is certainly nothing stopping us from acknowledging the achievements of Amina Syed. And so, to end my speech, may I please request you to join me in giving a standing ovation to Amina. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I call Amina Syed to make an announcement, please?
I just wanted to ask you to observe a minute's silence, please, for all the people who tragically lost their lives in Quetta yesterday. Thank you. May I now invite Dr. Jafar Ahmed to announce the Karachi Literature Festival Coca-Cola Prize.
Thank you very much. I'm here on behalf of the jury. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 years back, the Best Non-Fiction Award was instituted. In 2011, award for the Best 2010 book was announced. In 2012, we could not announce the Best 2011 Best Book Award. This year, we are announcing the Best 2012 Non-Fiction Award. The award is named the Karachi Literature Festival Coca-Cola Best Non-Fiction Book Award. This year around, nominations were made on a wider scale. Advertisement was made in newspapers and a number of publishers sent their books. After considering all the works submitted, the jury has decided to name Dr. Ishtiaq Ahmed's book, Punjab, Bloodied, Partitioned and Cleansed, Unraveling the 1947 Tragedy through Secret British Reports and First-Person Accounts. This is the book which has been given the Best Book Award. Dr. Ishtiaq Ahmed is Professor Emeritus of Political Science at Stockholm University, an honorary senior fellow, Institute of South Asian Studies, National University of Singapore. Since he is not here, Amina Syed will be requested to collect this award. But as the tradition of such award-giving programs goes, the author is supposed to read a passage from the book. I'm simply reading the concluding paragraph of this book, Punjab, Bloodied, Partitioned and Cleansed. This is the concluding section. The controversial international boundary fixed by the Radcliffe Award of 17 August 1947 created bitterness on both sides. The Nehru-Liaquat Pact of 1950 affirmed the irreversibility of not only impassable borders, but also that the right to return no longer applied to the Hindus, Muslims and Sikhs who had lost hearth and home during the great upheaval of 1947. However, it was not until the 1965 and 1971 wars that conflict between the two states completely ruptured the traditional ties that existed between them. Since then, only on very few occasions have common folk been able to visit the other side with some ease, primarily in connection with cricket matches. The weekly bus service between Lahore and Amritsar also is considered largely to Sikh pilgrims visiting their sacred sites in the Pakistani Punjab. On the whole, the official emphasis is on mutual rejection. Nothing epitomizes the officially sanctioned revulsion of the other as much as the flag lowering ceremony at the Wagah Atari border situated between Lahore on the Pakistani side and Amritsar on the Indian side. Every evening, border guards and soldiers observe their mutually antagonistic ceremony, at the end of which they symbolically seal the border by slamming the iron gates with a fierce bang to indicate that an impassable barrier exists between the two countries and their peoples. Large crowds on both sides watch this awesome spectacle of bilateral rejection. They add zest to the ceremony by nervous clapping and other gesticulations. In recent times, the egregiously aggressive features of the ceremony have been toned down and it has become more of an entertainment, but the two Punjabs remain inaccessible to the fellow on the other side. This is the concluding paragraph of Punjab Bloodied, Partitioned and Cleansed that has been rated as the best book of 2012. I will now request Ms. Amina Sayyed to come and collect this award. Should I ask Mr. Galloway also? Should I ask Mr. Galloway to give the award? Should I give it? Okay.
This has to go to Sorry.
I'm just accepting this on behalf of the author who's in Sweden.
We can invite Roger as well. Sir, आप भी आना चाहिए. Just join us.
Mr. Galloway.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Galloway and Mr. Zuhair Ali Sharif, Mr. Asif Farooqi and Dr. Jafar Ahmed. And I would finally just like to thank all the volunteers who did such wonderful work for us over the last 3 days. Thank you, volunteers. And I would now like to declare the Karachi Literature Festival 2013 closed. Assalamu alaikum.